Ladies and gentlemen, oh, by the way, this is my second posting. And I want you to watch for me every Sunday and every Thursday, because every Sunday and Thursday you'll hear an opinion from me that you won't hear anyplace else, because I'm the only one making sense right now in this country. Now you're probably saying to yourself, this is a presumptuous, arrogant thing to say, but what if you were the only one who discovered America and your name was Columbus? Or what if your name was Albert Einstein and you're the only one who thought of the theory of relativity? And what if you told them that you have something to say or do that nobody else ever did before? You know what you would say? They were nuts. Now, is Albert Einstein nuts and you're sane? Could you prove that? Now, could you prove that maybe I'm nuts and you're sane? How do you know that I haven't got something to say you never thought of? And maybe I happen to be more intelligent than you. And maybe if I'm not, maybe you should try to find out why not. If you're not even interested to learn about it, there's something wrong with you, and I'm telling it to you right now. And if you don't like what I'm saying, watch somebody else. I'm not making a living from you. I want to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, this is very serious. This is very serious, not what I said before. I'm saying what I'm going to say now is very serious. Did you hear about Valerie Plame? Valerie Plame is a broken down Yenta who amounts to nothing. She had a job in the FBI and the CIA. The last job was in the CIA, where she did nothing for a living of any consequence. It made no difference to anybody if you knew who she was or not, because she wasn't a covert operator. She was a meaningless Yenta who was doing nothing for a living, just hanging around with a fake job, which most government jobs are, and just happened to be just one of them. Now, this Yenta who does nothing for a living has a husband who happens to hate Bush, and he decided that he'll discover a way to prove that Bush is a liar by claiming that what he said in the speech about uranium being somehow searched for by Saddam Hussein, and he went there to look for it, turned out to be a fake and a fraud, and he's going to prove it. So she surreptitiously, without telling anybody, because she already has a job and had a husband that's not working and never amounted to anything, she sends this common bum who literally is an irresponsible, broken down character, and this character goes someplace to find out that Bush was lying. It turns out that he was lying, because it turned out that what he tried to claim, that Saddam Hussein was never there looking for uranium, turned out to be exactly wrong. He was there looking for uranium. So nobody cares if he was lying. Why isn't he going to jail? He's an out-and-out liar. And she's a faker who didn't care about the fact that she was a CIA operator. Operator, what does that mean, an operator? A guy in an elevator is also an operator. He's called an elevator operator. There's a lot of people are called operators who do nothing for a living of any consequence. If you talked about them and you gave away their name, would that mean something too? That's how much it meant that he gave away her name. Her name means nothing, and it wasn't nothing whether he gave away her name or not. And what's even more fantastic is that she and the husband both told themselves and told everybody else and told each other and told the whole world who they are and what they do for a living. And there was nothing new about his revelation or anybody else's revelation about this Yenta or what she was doing there. Now they made her a big, big, phenomenal secret that you have to make sure that nobody ever hears about her, because she's doing something that is so secretive nobody knows about it. You know why nobody knows about it? I'll tell you why nobody knows about it, because she was doing nothing. If you're doing nothing, nobody knows about it. That was her job, to do nothing for a living and get away with it and keep it quiet, but she had enough power because she had a job to send him on this fake trip where he could make up this fake lie. And he's not going to jail. Then Fitzgerald decided that he has a case against Bush, so he invented a whole case that somehow Libby gave away her name, which means nothing. Which means nothing. Then he found out, even though it means nothing, that somebody else, a guy named Armitage, who used to be an undersecretary of state, that he's the one who gave away her name. And because he knew it, he knew he had no case. There was no case because she amounts to nothing in the first place, and there's no case because somebody else told the whole story first, and the whole story was given away and told about in every section of Washington, in every bar, in every whorehouse, every lowlife, everywhere, in every building, knew that this Yenta does nothing for a living that means anything, and has a husband who means nothing but just makes up stories because he's a filthy, disgusting, lying bastard. Now, these two got together with a partner named Fitzgerald, who was a prosecutor. This prosecutor didn't have a case against Bush and couldn't find one, so he decided that this is a great case. He'll claim, which is an out-and-out lie, he'll claim that this guy, Libby, somehow outed her and gave away her position in the CIA. Now, how do you give away something that means nothing? And what is the secret that he gave away of what consequence would have been since the consequence is nothing because she does nothing? And then he found out that it's a lie, that he's telling a direct lie because this guy Armitage mentioned it to everybody and gave it away before that. And they know about 30 other people in 40 other buildings who gave away her name and his name, and it was no secret to anybody. But this guy Fitzgerald didn't want to lose a case. So he told a lie, a blatant out-and-out lie, that somehow Libby is the one who gave away the story, when he knew he didn't. Which means, in other words, that he had no case and there was no excuse for a case, and his whole case was a lie. Now, how come this liar didn't go to jail? There's two liars here. Wilson told a lie. Plain was a partner with him in his lie. This guy told a lie, Fitzgerald, about something that was supposedly revealed by this guy that he knew was already revealed previously by somebody else. So these three liars are free, and the only guy who did nothing is gone to jail. Does this make sense to you? If it makes sense to you, you're a sick man. Get yourself a job and find out how to think straight. God bless you.